Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and the world feels heavier. Not just your body, not just your breath, but everything. Because overnight, gravity has doubled. The unseen force that binds oceans to their depths, keeps mountains from drifting skyward, and holds you here on this fragile sphere, is suddenly twice as strong. What would happen to us, to civilization, to the earth itself? This is not just a question of weight. It is a question of survival. Gravity, the silent architect of the cosmos, it pulls the moon into orbit, governs the tides, and keeps our atmosphere from escaping into the void. On Earth, gravity is constant, 9.8 meters per second squared. It is so familiar that we rarely think about it. But what if, without warning, this constant doubled? What if Earth's gravitational pull became twice as strong, instantly? At first glance, the consequences seem simple. You weigh twice as much. A person who weighs 70 kilograms now carries the crushing burden of 140. But this is only the beginning. Your muscles would strain, your bones would groan. Every step would feel like a climb through invisible quicksand. Running would be nearly impossible, jumping almost non-existent. And it isn't only people, buildings, bridges, airplanes. Every structure designed for Earth's normal pull would suddenly be under catastrophic stress. Imagine skyscrapers swaying, highways cracking, aircraft too heavy to rise from the runways. Even the Earth itself would feel this shift. To understand what this means, look to the giants of our solar system. On Jupiter, gravity is 2.5 times stronger than Earth's. There, mountains cannot rise tall. Their own weight crushes them down. Creatures, if they exist, would be squat, muscular, adapted to the relentless pull. For Earth to suddenly resemble Jupiter's grip, life here would not have the luxury of millions of years to adapt. It would happen in a single night. So what unfolds, step by step, in a world where gravity doubles? When dawn breaks, people attempt to rise from their beds, but they cannot. Every movement is a battle. Hearts race, blood strains. The human body, evolved for 1 g of gravity, begins to falter. Within hours, the weakest collapse under their own weight. Hospitals overflow, buildings groan. Bridges designed for precise tolerances begin to crack. Elevators seize, cars struggle to move uphill. Commercial air travel ceases immediately. The skies fall silent. Birds try to fly, but their wings, built for a lighter world, cannot lift them. The air remains, but the gift of flight vanishes. Forests bow under their own weight, branches snap, roots rip from the soil, and animals, large and small, stumble, collapsing in exhaustion. Gravity does not only pull us down, it pulls the seas. Tides would double in strength, flooding coastlines. Ships, already heavier, would sink deeper into the waves. Ports would fail. Fishing fleets would vanish beneath the water. Our atmosphere clings tighter to Earth. Air pressure rises. Breathing becomes harder. Storms swell with new violence. Rain falls heavier. Winds strike harder. The weather turns brutal. Power grids fail as towers buckle. Roads split. Cities become prisons. Society, strained to breaking, begins to fracture. Human survival becomes a question of endurance and adaptation. Could we survive in a world of double gravity? Some humans might adapt, if their bodies endure. Over time, new generations could grow shorter, denser, stronger. Humanity would become a species built low to the ground, with bones like iron and muscles hardened by necessity. But survival would depend not just on biology, but on technology. Exoskeletons to help us move. Reinforced architecture to keep our cities standing. Machines capable of operating under crushing weight. The question is not whether life could adapt. It is whether civilization, fragile and interdependent, could withstand the immediate collapse. Gravity is more than a force. It is the silent framework of reality. Change it, even slightly, and the world transforms beyond recognition. In a single night, humanity would be humbled. We would no longer rule this planet with ease. We would fight for every step, every breath, every moment. Perhaps in time, we would learn to live again, to build a new world under the crushing pull of a stronger Earth. But one truth remains. We are creatures of balance, and our survival depends on the fragile constants that make this world what it is. So ask yourself, if a simple doubling of gravity could bring us to our knees, what other hidden forces do we take for granted? What if the air we breathe changed overnight? What if the sun simply vanished? The universe is vast, its dangers unimaginable, and in the end, we are all at the mercy of forces we cannot control.